Alright everyone, it's Alex and Joe from Radd.
Yo,
and we are here today looking over the Sideshow Collectibles cable exclusive. So, keep watching.
Hey, welcome to the team. Today we're going to be going over the cable exclusive from Sideshow Collectibles. I think, I really do not remember when I got this in. I think it's 2019, this piece. I'm sure it is.
Well, we gave it best piece of 2019, so I hope it is.
Yes. Right, okay, so Alex has seen this piece numerous times. He's told me numerous times. I'm just going to get this out of the way. I just want to get it out of the way. I just want to say it so it's said, right? Yeah, but I'd like to say from my perspective, I have the XM Studios cable, still have it, not getting rid of it, not selling it.
Yeah.
I have it. I have the custom cape, the custom teddy bear. I love the modern look. I love the modern style. But Alex was like, look, dude, you know, he knows I'm a big cable fan. So he's like, look, you probably might want to pick that piece up. And I was like, nah, go fuck your couch. And he was like, no, really, you should see it. And I was like, yeah, go fuck yourself. And it went on like that for a while. And then I can't remember what happened, but something changed. And then I started to see pictures. I started to see reviews. And I thought, shit. Yeah. I got to grab that piece. So I did. Now, I think the exclusive runs at 1,000 pieces. Now, anybody that does not know, Cable, aka Nathaniel Summers, first appeared in New Mutants number 87, sorry, excuse me. It's 90. What's 92? 94 is Deadpool, right?
No.
92.
No.
89.
No.
Where's Deadpool?
What's this one? This one's
87. This 90.
What's this one?
87.
Deadpool's
94.
98.
Shit, that's a while away. Okay, yeah. So it was it was New Mutants 87, and this was 1990 comic. This is the artwork from Rob Liefeld, and this is exactly what this piece is basically based off. So the modern Cable from XM Studios is a little bit more 2005. It's sort of like Deadpool and Cable and Deadpool comic style. This one is the classic from Rob Liefeld, who is the creator of this character. Now,
Glad they didn't stick to his proportions.
yeah, because his proportions are bad.
His feet are fucking really bad.
What are they small? Like really,
He just does really weird feet all the time.
like small. Are they really tiny? Or are they really big?
Just
I think they're small, isn't it?
really
Just
bad.
bad. Just
Like,
bad.
don't
Then just
draw
shit.
it very
Then
well.
the piece comes. Actually, it does come with a cape. But I don't want to hide any of this sculpt. Now, this is sculpted by Martin Canal, and again, if I'll repeat myself, Martin Canal is my favourite all-time sculptor, and that is another reason why I jumped on this piece. I just thought, wow, the sculpt is crazy.
Does his head come off?
No.
Okay, it looks like it does from here.
I don't remember putting his head on separately. So
Can I
I'm
pull
not.
that off?
No, you can't. No, unless you're willing to die in the process, it's fine. You can try it.
If you look at this angle, it looks like the head comes off.
Yeah, I really don't recall putting his head on.
Or just give it a little wiggle.
I really don't want to.
Oh, no, it don't come off.
I don't know. I didn't pull very hard. I'm worried about it. I don't want to do that.
No, I'm just curious because...
You know when you don't remember? So I do remember that all the portals and things come separately.
there are people who display them without, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it does leave a little bit of negative space around the back of it with the gun that I don't overly like. I did think about it. What people don't also tell you about this piece, or I certainly didn't know, is that the portals are actually really translucent resin. They're fantastically grab the light. Any kind of light that is in your display, they sort of reflect it, they sort of absorb it, and it's, you know, it's funny. Whatever it's doing, it's grabbing the light source and it's sort of holding it in the back of it, which I really, really love. I didn't realise at the time when I got it that they were translucent. I saw many pictures.
The only reason I was asking, sorry about the head, is, as I say, from here it does look like there's a seam. Which
It might be that you can remove it, but I'm just not going to.
I also, I mean, it would be quite nice with if someone did a custom kind
Bearded
of bearded head. But
Yeah.
looking at it now, from this angle here, is his collar. You'd have to like have the head really facing forward or a different way, because otherwise his collar is way too close to the chin.
Yeah.
If you could have beard on there.
You'd think that with the Thanos though, and they've managed to do that with the box beard, so it's probably doable.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, so he is. We'll start on the base and we'll work our way up.
So the base is like a futuristic base. It's kind of like, you know, a bit of apocalyptic. Everything's all kind of destroyed. If you come around, so I'm going to turn this back. If you come around, it's got Wolverine's mask on there, which I didn't know until I came here and saw that. You've also then got Cerebro here. And then if you come around here, I'm not sure whether that is Cerebro or Omega Red. I'm assuming it's Cerebro's cable.
I thought it was too thick.
Oh, actually, if you know, because if you look from this angle,
Yeah.
it's exactly the same as that.
Yeah, it's going into that, isn't it?
Yeah,
I still
yeah,
think that's a little thick for Cerebro, but that's me.
Well, and then also you have the Xavier School for Gifted Children, and you have the sign there, which has been cut in half, and that's really nice. I do
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
nice metallic.
Also, because
paint on
this
there.
is then the exclusive, you have the portal with the Deadpool hand, which
Bit of
looks
money
cool.
grab that. You don't really need that. This cable's good enough to stand on its own. It doesn't need. You don't need any Deadpool stuff really. I'm not really too keen on it overly, but the thing without it in the portal, it's sort of, if you remove the portal, it's got just the peg there.
Yeah.
So it's a bit, and this becomes negative space through the legs. So I think there is another portal that is just plain that goes there.
Yeah.
But may as well display it if you've got it.
No, I mean this. It's a nice like addition.
It's done well, and it's got
it's
real
also-
chain on the old the key, you know, the necklace thing.
Yeah, and it's like a little best friend figure.
Yeah, it's like a jokey best friend thing.
I like it. I mean, I actually like the portal. I like the nod to the kind of big run. You know, one of the big things was the Cable Deadpool run.
Yeah, but this is more money grabbing because of the Cable Deadpool 2 situation. That's what this is to do with it.
Yeah.
Even the glove itself is a movie-based glove. You don't need to be a genius to look at it. You can see that it is. It's not really the comic style. It's more the movie-based style. The bottom of the base, again, it's guilty of the same sort of factory stuff. The paint is really thick. It's got all these stones, rubbles and breakages in the rocks that really should be separated and highlighted a lot more than they are.
I mean, the actual colours between the rocks and
the girder
the brick and the stone, like the steps he's on, and the other stuff, it all does kind of blend.
It well merges,
too
man.
much. And if you had this, I mean, obviously you can say, well, it's from the future, it's post-apocalyptic, and it's
called
kind
an
of
excuse,
all
really.
covered in soot and shit. So
It's an
it's gonna
excuse
blend in
it's an
more.
excuse for lazy paint
Yeah,
or
yeah.
for quick paint. There is a lot. I mean, there is so much detail running through this base that, again, done properly, you'd probably, you'd chrome these up a lot more so they shine through the base. You'd put some edging on these rocks. You'd put some separation in these bricks and make this red a little brighter.
As a sculptor, though, if you
You'd be pissed, wouldn't you? You'd be
took all
fucking
this
pissed,
time,
yeah.
sculpted all this detail, and probably along the way when it's a grayscale, they're probably going, all right, Martin, if you can add a little bit more here or there, and just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then you go to the time and the effort of doing that, you've done it, and then they send it to the factory and just go all painted all this kind of like merged together.
It definitely
It
is.
would be really disheartening.
Oh, you would be gutted. You'd be devastated. You can see why sculptors go for companies as well when they don't do that kind of justice that the work's gone into it. I mean, the red sort of stones versus the grey, the colour difference is absolutely minimal. The girder is almost the same colour as the stone.
Yeah.
These are all things that you should be like, oh my god, look at that, oh my god, and it just isn't. It just. I mean, this is, again, where it falls on its arse. It's just half-assed, lazy paint. And it's a shame, really, because, the argument and the angle that, the narrative that people like to play is that XM do the best bases. This is a fantastic base. They just haven't taken the fucking time to highlight the work they put into it. Whereas in XM would. They'd made sure, they'd go, make sure I can see that girder, make sure I can see them red bricks. I don't want this all to be fucking grey. That's what they would say.
It's a shame. It is actually. I mean, it's still a really nice base. It's not, I mean, it's not a terrible base. It's just. I mean,
it's full of details.
It's full of so many details that you're going to not see because of the way it's been painted, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But saying that, it still looks great.
It does, and you can decipher what is there, and this is
and
fantastic.
it does the job.
This metal sort of School for the Gifted sign is brilliant and
then
really well done.
Yeah, then you work up into so we've done the portal. So you got the boots. You got the kind of tactical boot there with almost like a kind of Kevlar-y kind of style material there. I don't know what they're called, but the things that go under the boot to hold things down like that. And then you go up into the kind of shin guards. So the big yellow shin guards, which are like, you've got the X-Men logo there. And you've got all the kind of scuffs in there, which are done really well because they are scuffed and then cut in and then painted silver. So you can see all that on there, because there are some statues that you see where you see the sculpt, but it's still painted the same colour as that, and it will get hidden. And then you kind of come up to the top of the knee guard where you've got the leather. Not done as well as the saber-tooth leather, but still, does the job.
Got a nice sort of like padding on the inside of his knee guards there that is made apparent. And it's just the breaking up of textures is just magnificent here. You can see there's like a leather sheath, then a Kevlar sort of case, and then leather pouches, and then maybe even like a hard rubber pouches. I mean, it really is just riddled with detail on this piece in terms of sculpt detail. It's a masterpiece by Martin
I don't think these
Canal.
clips are very good painted though.
What clips?
See all the clips on his legs, the little yellow clips? They look a bit scruffy.
These things.
Yeah.
It's hard really with that
I
because
can see where they're trying to do the weathering.
they're trying to make it weathered,
where
but
you
I think that the
where you
paint
have the
is so
weathering-
thick on some of the buckles that it's gone over
Where
the
you do
X
the
a bit.
weathering on the boot and it looks great, and then you're trying to do that same kind of effect on these smaller clips. I don't think it translates as well on there.
Yeah, I mean, when you start going in really close like that, you can probably say the yellow on it is a little bit thick paint. It's gone over the sort of all the X's a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But again, it's an absolute minimal thing.
Yeah.
You got to find these things that you're saying. But
got the pouches on there as well. What I do like with these pouches is the fact that normally you have 5, 10 pouches or whatever, and they're all the same, all painted the same colours and all got the same textures. But when you look at these ones, it looks almost like for example, these 3 here, 2 of them are like, I don't know, like a plastic or something, and you got the middle one which almost looks like a leather. And you can kind of see the texture of the leather. That's really nice, and that also is done as well on the belt. You've got these kind of grenade rounds or whatever on there, flashbangs or whatever they are, and then the clips going up the chest. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, and then the kind of iconic kind of blue colour that he's always got going through his body there as well, done well.
nice highlighted as well.
Great, yeah, the highlights are great. Anatomy's great. Really,
He's
really
massive,
well done.
man.
Yeah,
he's fucking massively jacked, bro. This is a big guy. This is a 300-pound monster. This guy, easy. The sculpting on the body, you can see the textures on the skin on that right arm, and he is ripped to shit. I mean, that tricep is a massive meat tricep. You can see all the muscles in the radiobrachialis on his forearms. His bicep head is crazy, and I didn't even know that it was a Martin Canal sculpt when I bought it, and then I sort of took it out of the box, and when I saw the bicep, I was like, Martin Canal sculpt this, and I messaged him. I said, "Is this yours?" And he was like, "Yeah."
I knew it was his.
No, I didn't know. When I got it, I wasn't aware.
Okay.
And then when I got the bicep, I saw it and I messaged him and he said, yeah. And I said, I looked on the website and I've seen it as your name and somebody else's. And he was like, yeah, it's mine.
Was the guy called Alex something? Because
It would be something, he did some other.
he sent me some pictures before. And I think he thought you sent it to the wrong person.
Yeah.
But yeah, great texture on the skin there. And then also, I mean,
Great body, man. Like ripped, powerful, strong. I really love this arm as well.
I'm going to go
the
the mechanical arm, and then the huge gun, which again is quite iconic with Cable. He has these guns which
Not human
look
to lift.
like no one could actually use them or lift them because of the size of them. But obviously, Cable can, and that gun is just obscene. It's a bit. Wouldn't you want something to
break up the colour of it?
No, to. Because of the way the gun is and the weight of that gun, is that heavy? I mean, I'm assuming that's pretty heavy.
It's all connected to the arm.
Yeah, but
the gun is completely connected to the whole arm.
But I mean, that arm comes off.
Yes.
So there is an element of because of that weight.
No, because the way that it works is it sort of goes into the arm, and then you can see how the arm sort of like where his lat is. It sort of embeds in and sits on top of that sculpt, and then you put the pad over the top of it.
Would you be concerned about leaning though with that kind of weight?
Not really, no. I mean, this piece is so heavy, like all the way around it. And I think the whole point is with the knee up and the arm out, is to counterbalance that gun.
Yeah.
So I think that's its purpose. You always worry with like a museum-esque pose that it is, but I mean, it wasn't obscenely heavy. It wasn't light, but it wasn't obscenely heavy. And like there's a lot of mass on this whole other side as well. So
Yeah.
I think it probably is going to be well balanced. The fact that the base is not particularly massive as well means it's going to have quite a good centre of gravity. It's not sort of up high so it can go. I think it's like very close to the ground, the floor. So I don't know where it would move to, but hasn't moved so far. And thankfully I'm not in a really hot climate, so I don't really have to worry too much about that at all.
And you also got then, sorry, I just seen the straps kind of continue up the back of the spine, where you got then the shoulder straps going into the shoulder pads. And
with typical
kind of
Liefeld sort of giant shoulder pad situation.
And the face is almost, I wouldn't say Liefeld, I would say the face is more, actually all of that is quite slim, isn't it? But
nah, it's Liefeld, man.
Yeah.
That's Liefeld, but just done better.
Face is, no, that's what I'm saying, is like more.
It's the style.
And you see as well, he's got a broken nose, where he's been like in battle and stuff.
Yeah, he's got a hard face. I like that though.
Yeah.
I like that sort of look for Cable. Is meant to sort of be, battle hardened. That's the whole point. That's why I love that guy from the Matrix as a Cable. He would have been my choice.
Matrix.
Avatar. No, he's in Matrix as well, isn't he? Is he in Matrix? The guy, no, he's not in Matrix. No, he is an Avatar. It's the same thing with the guns that they use, the big mechanical thing that he runs around in. But yeah, that guy with the grey hair.
Stephen.
He looks like Cable. He's got that hard face. That guy had a fucking hard paper round.
Stephen.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so
he would have been really good. He was in, I think, Into the Badlands as well. He's quite good, and he's in Don't Breathe as well, isn't he?
I kind of like this. Yeah, he is in Don't Breathe. Yeah, I like this sort of bandaging across his wrist as well, underneath his glove, with his knuckle duster sort of like thing, and the finger as well, which I like, which is just off the trigger.
Yeah,
I'm just completely digging that.
Even this side where he's holding the gun and he's kind of got like. He's not just like, where they normally clump the hand up and all the fingers are together and like that. He's kind of like got one kind of sticking out where he's kind of holding it. Yeah. And then like, to do that as well.
Separation in the fingers is fun as well, good,
Yeah.
I really like the paint up on the arm as well. It's an exceptional. Really nice. This it's not a surprise this won our Statue of the Year for 2019. This is...
I'm actually never seen it in person. I don't think it should have won. No, I do really like it.
Great work on the portrait as well. Skin tones are not too dark, which is good for Sideshow because they have a tendency to make people too dark.
They do.
He is not dark, which I like. His skin tones are good. You've got his sort of like the stubble on his face, but it's not too much. I think they really nailed it. Great highlights through the hair.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like detailing that they've managed to show with the paint in that part, which I really like. Because again, if you do this kind of shit up there, it's a big problem, Well,
I think as well, maybe with because of his colours, the yellow and the blue, and they're quite like strong, vibrant colours. You don't really want to go too vibrant with the base as well. Sorry to spat over your statue there, I think.
Yeah, that's not sure. Well, we aren't even. I'm sure I've done it to you many times. I spit all over your shit.
So with the portals, all of this stuff going on here. Maybe that's the idea of to kind of keep it dulled down a bit more on the base to create the contrast.
I think it does that. And that adds to its charm. But I don't think it's intentional.
Yeah,
I really don't. I don't think they've gone. Just dull that down a little bit so it doesn't take away from the figure. I just think it's how it is.
Yeah,
but
it
is a really, really good piece.
I think anyone who's got this, I mean. Congratulations on this. How with the cape? I mean, the cape sculpted, is it?
No.
Oh, it's material.
Material cape.
Nice. Okay.
So you can put it on and you can pose it, but I just feel it's a disservice to that Martin Canal sculpt to cover any part of it. I mean, people put it sort of over the neck and over the shoulder guards thing and have it flying off to the side, but it just, for me, it's sort of just. They have it sort of like that, and it just sort of when you're looking at something and you fill all the negative spaces, sometimes it just looks like a block. I really like the fact that when I look at it, I can see the tapering of the waist, the lats, I can see the cut in the bicep and tricep. I can see all of the sort of anatomy parts, the sculpt parts that I really want to. Because his arm, his right arm, his left arm with the gun is slightly turned in, and his other arm is like turned out. So there's a lot of sort of body work going on there, which I really appreciate. And I think just covering it might be a little bit of a disservice to it. And also because I have the cape on the other one as well. It just, you don't take sand to the beach, do you? It's not needed. But I'm really impressed with it. So yeah, comment below, let us know what you think if you've got it. I'll measure it quickly, probably all right. I think it's around. I told Mike the measurements, and he bought it because I was like, it's not that big, and it don't fit. I don't think in his display.
Oh, so Mike's selling one cheap, is he?
No, I don't think he's selling one. I think he loves this too much. But yeah, so in terms of height to the gun, it's around 20. It's around 24 and a half inches of clearance. 24 and a half. Yes, it's around 62 centimeters
Might
in
cost me
height.
some money soon. So.
Yeah, you can give it a go. Well, try your luck, man. It's worth a fucking try.
Mike, you owe me this much. Just give me the fucking.
In terms of width and things like that, I would say this is around 18 inches wide. There to there. Yeah, with the portal and stuff. It's around 18 inches with the portal. So it's around 46. But where it's wide, it isn't deep. So this deepest point will probably be, it's not even that. Is it that gun?
Did you get the exclusive?
Yeah, he's got the X, I'm sure. He ain't selling it to you. He
some-
loves cable, he ain't selling it to
Gonna
you.
make some calls.
Make some calls, yeah, try your luck. Worth a go, innit? How many coconut jelly beans do you have? You better save up. I think this is around about 14 inches deep.
Yeah.
I think that is safely where that gun might come to. I can have a look around that side, but I don't think it is because it's quite set back. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's going to be about 14 inches, which is 14 is around 35, 36 centimeters. So you have a lot of room where you can maneuver it because although it's wide, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
But it is a masterpiece. Very good job from Sideshow. Definitely one of the best pieces I've gotten from them since Thanos on Throne for sure.
No, it's a really nice piece. Very. I mean, I already knew it was good. I told you it was good when I saw it in Asia, but seeing it again, like this close and with all the lights around, it's very unforgiving. So you kind of pick up on every little flaw, as I say, when we see, and that's one of the things as well. So with the videos, sometimes we could sound a bit negative with the way we point things out, but it's just things that we think need to be said about it. Sometimes it's not really a big deal. I mean, like sometimes with these like little clips and things, it's not a big deal, but it's still there. It's worth pointing out. And again, under these lights, you can't escape.
There's nowhere to go.
You can see it all.
And also, you always have to you have to think of the fussiest person you've ever met. And then you must assume that they're going to watch this and then call your ass up when it ain't right. Because anything that we have ever missed, it always gets brought to our attention.
Oh, yeah.
People say, you didn't tell me about this. And I'm like, oh yeah, I did do that. And you know what I mean? It's just one of them ones that happen. So it can be the case. And some people will be bothered by certain things. Other people wouldn't even notice. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Well, Gary,
Gary's not got a head.
Gary.
Really?
Yeah. Gary, there's a big chip in the back and the brick's missing. No. Anyway. All right, guys. As you can see, the social media's on the bottom here. Follow us on Instagram on Radd_Titan. Do type in Radd Titan on Facebook to find us there. Groups. We have 2 sales groups as well, and the main big group where you can chit chat. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and ring that bell to become part of our notification squad.
Peace.
Peace out.